Alright, here we are for round number 3. We're on the play again, playing against Sideboarding. This is a pretty easy mulligan. If we had one island, I would keep this, but can't keep one land hand, and I don't think we can keep this one land hand either. This is a tough one, though. This hand is actually pretty decent, and we get a scry. Like, if we're playing against Stompy, or if we're playing against Boggles or something, I'm going to keep this. Yeah, okay, put that on top. A little awkward that I can't get blue mana next turn or whatever, but it is what it is. Hopefully we're playing against a green deck of some kind. Red, huh? So, regular mountain, no spells means burn. So, burn is a pretty good matchup normally for teachings. We'll see if it is this time. The more creatures they draw, the better off we are. If they... oh, black-red. This should be a great matchup too. Okay, can't counter that guy. Fortunately missed. I'm just going to edict this guy away. I played a lot of this deck, and Thermal Alchemist, not amazing, but alright. I'm glad that was a Rager and not a rat. Alright, we still missed our land, unfortunately. If we get hit with a rat here, we're going to be in big trouble. If they play a Thorn, we're probably in big trouble. Can't really beat much of anything. I have to hope they draw a lot of their removal. Rakdos Guildgate. They're going deep on the dual lands, jeez. Well, we missed again. Good thing is now I have an answer to Thorn this turn. Magma Jet. Do not like Magma Jet in this deck. In fact, I don't like Magma Jet in any deck. But I really don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it in any deck. It's too slow, not enough damage, not high enough impact. Night's Whisper's fine. It's especially fine since I can't do anything about it anyway. Hopefully they play another Rager, and I just Echoing Decay them. An Angler. Angler's fine. I'm going to go ahead and I think Echoing Decay this, just because it's more mana efficient. Then I'll Chainer's Edict this away. Well, yeah, if they play a Thorn, I need to counter it, so I might need to take 5. No, I can't afford to take 5, so Chainer's Edict. Like, yeah, this deck's just got a lot of burn spells and stuff. It's interesting that my opponent just spewed this off. I would have thought they would maybe wait until they had a Thermal Alchemist or something. Not that a Thermal Alchemist is ever going to live or anything like that, but you never know. Alright, so it looks like our opponent drew too many dead cards from what it would appear, and we might be able to come back here, depending on what they get. Firebolt does nothing, so I'm not going to counter it, of course. Another land for them. Lucky. Alright, that's a great draw. Not going to play the Talisman. So Thorn of the Black Rose is one of the only ways we can still lose this game, so I don't intend to lose to that card. Despite the fact that it looks like we're really far behind, their deck is so full of bad cards that I think we're actually pretty far ahead right now. I'm going to let that resolve. I'll just Devour Flesh it. Yeah, so they could have played a Thorn here with that untapped land. Alright, not going to play the Talisman again. I will hold up, I can have Counterspell False Summoning and like Think Twice and stuff. Shooting Rat, getting hit with a False Summoning. Can't really afford to miss more land drops, and I kind of think they have a bunch of dead cards in their hand, so I'm okay doing that. It's possible I should have just used the Counterspell there, because now I can't play this Talisman and hold up Counterspell. I could have played it and held up False Summoning for the Thorn. And getting this Talisman down is going to be important because they're eventually going to burn us out. So I really need to draw another land. Untapped land is what I needed the most. Okay. So, one bolt, That's fine. We really just probably just need to survive like this turn without too much bad stuff happening to us. So we went bottom and top. I don't know what you would put on top, but hopefully I don't die right here when I tap out. So we're kind of seeing the downside of this deck versus the regular blue-black deck in the lands. So these would just basically be life gain lands of some kind. I can let that resolve. I'll just disfigure the chief and then I'll decay the tokens. My opponent wants to use, if they have a terminate, they should actually probably terminate this token. They shouldn't burn it with a burn spell, I don't think, but if they have a terminate, they should probably use it. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just Chainer's Edict it away. Not scared of the token. Reason I wanted to keep my exclude in hand is that I really don't want to let them resolve a Thorn. Like, I just can't really imagine them winning without resolving a Thorn from this point. They'd have to draw just tons of bolts all in a row here. That one's okay. Don't really want to shuffle any of my stuff away. So I think I'll just Evolving Wilds first. Grab an island, and then I'll put my exclude on top. I'll just put my teachings on top because I don't want to shuffle any of this stuff away, like I said. So, all right. So I've made a fatal error here. I should definitely have countered that guy because I don't have enough to flash back my edicts, but that's all right. I will just go ahead and get a disfigure here. Yep, disfigure seems fine. But I've put myself in a pretty bad spot here by not countering that. That was just a dumb play. I just wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, Chittering Rats doesn't matter. I got all these removal spells. But Chittering Rats definitely did matter. And like if they had a Bajuka Bog there, or if they had Double Thorn there, we could have definitely lost. So that was a really bad turn. Really, really poorly played turn. But I think we've gotten out of it at this point. I'm just gaining life every turn. I'm going to grab another Teachings. Yeah, I don't think there's any way our opponent can come back anymore. I could get completely out of burn range by getting a Crypt Incursion, and maybe I'll do that soon. But I'm going to do this first. I still have this Dispel up in case they've got like 5 bolts or whatever. I don't know, some impossible number of bolts. Just going to grab Teachings again. Alright, Think Twice is a good one to cast right now. Radiant Fountain. So now I'm like pretty much out of burn range too. I'd rather flash back the Think Twice, I think. Alright. Yeah, they've got all these dead cards. Fortunately for us, they are full of dead cards. It's actually just... Nah, it's just too risky. I was gonna repeal my Talisman, but not gonna. It's fine. Yeah, not gonna do anything. Hopefully I just draw a bunch of lands in a row here. Like I've said a number of times, if we draw lands every turn for the rest of the game, we'll probably win this one. I could start capsizing them, but not sure it's really necessary. Whatever, that's just... Okay. Land. That's a land. I did draw enough mana now that I feel okay repealing this and playing it again. I should have done that before I played the Evolving Wilds, because I would have preferred to play this swamp, I think. Not that it matters too much. Alright, let's go ahead and grab an island. Talisman. So if you're expecting to play against all these like heavy removal kind of decks all day, this is a great choice. They can just never beat you. What's my opponent supposed to do here? Let's brainstorm. Let's just put some stuff back on the top. I'm going to put the Doomblade and the Devour Flesh on top. And then I'll cast Pieces of the Puzzle. Guess I'll grab a Pieces and a Devour Flesh, probably better than Doomblade. Just going to play my Ash Barrens. Let's go ahead and Crypt Incursion my opponent. Most of the time they don't have main deck Reaping the Graves, but let's just get that out of here. So, Phyrexian Rager I'm going to let resolve. I actually want them to draw more cards, so if they play what's it called? If they play a Thorn, I'll just let it resolve. I want them to draw 2 cards a turn. Yep. So I don't have any way to kill them right now since I don't have my what's it called? I don't have my Evan-Card Justice in my hand, so we're just chilling for a while. No reason to cast anything at all. I guess I'll discard this, I don't know what to discard. Pieces of the Puzzle, don't really need it. Read the Bones. Sure, I'm very happy for them to play Read the Bones. That cuts 2 turns off the clock right there. My opponent went bottom top. Hopefully they just play a Thorn here. No, that guy's annoying. He doesn't draw my opponent any cards, so I'll counter it. Thermal Alchemist is okay, I'll just Innocent Blood that guy. Or just kill him right here. Let's grab a Doomblade. Yeah, I'll Doomblade it. Alright, goodbye Thermal Alchemist. You're dead. Pass the turn. So I did get pretty far behind my opponent on time here, which is not typical for me when I'm playing basically at all, ever. Alright, perfect. My opponent is interested in dying much, much sooner. This will cut a lot of time off of my game here. Yep, bolt me. Go for it. I'm gonna grab an island again. Alright, well, let's Innocent Blood this guy away. Bolt me doesn't do anything. So I might try to like cut this out. Actually, I'll just pause the recording here. We've won this game, so I will be back for sideboarding. Alright, here we are for sideboarding. We did easily lock up our match there. Took a little while. Our opponent did draw Raven's Crime and stuff, so it took us a bit. So cards I want. It's hard to say. I don't really want the Shrivels. Echoing Decay is okay. I don't want Gurmag Angler at all. Dispel's pretty good. Hydroblast's pretty good. I'm probably going to bring those in for sure. They do have those tokens, but I don't think they have enough tokens for Shrivel to really matter. If they're playing my list, they definitely have a Reaping the Graves in their sideboard, so we'll get rid of that option with this Relics. Duress, not great, but got a lot of cards that aren't that great, so I'm going to get rid of the Repeal. Don't want tons and tons of removal. They don't have that many creatures. I'll cut a Disfigure. I cut the Doom Blades. Gonna cut a couple of the Edicts. Complete Disregard, not important. Counterspells are definitely better. I don't think I quite need this many Dispels, probably. The Hydroblasts are basically a Dispel as well. And I don't think I need that many of them. I can't cut all my removal. Like, they do still have some creatures that come in and attack you and stuff. And you can't cut everything. You need to be able to kill Thermo Alchemist, so I need to have some stuff that can kill that. So I can't just have all Disfigures and Echoing Decays, even though I might want to. This looks pretty good. I could just play with 101 cards. I think I just got another Dispel. Dispel's mostly for Pyroblast. So you can see we used a fair amount of our time here, but we still got plenty left. Our opponent drew their whole library. I never drew an Evan-Car's Justice, so... Alright, let's do this. This hand is pretty good. If they play Thermo Alchemist, I can take care of it right away. I don't have a real counterspell, but I do have a Hydroblast, so I'll just hold that up. Alright, Phyrexian Rager is not a problem. Don't care about that at all. I am going to just use up all my shuffle effects, I think, to get more lands going on. Get some untapped lands. Grab another island here. Alright, Disfigure is a nice little draw. Gonna let the Rager live for this turn at least. Duress. I could Brainstorm to protect some of my stuff. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna hide, I think, these two on top. Definitely hiding the Talisman. I don't know about the Justice. I don't really care about this other stuff very much, so he can take whatever he wants out of those cards. I'd like to draw the Talisman this turn. I think I'll play it, especially if he takes my Teachings. Might be a little annoying if we get like Bajuka Bogged or whatever, but it is what it is. I'll use whichever removal spell I'm left with if one of them gets taken, and I'll kill this with it. Maybe my Hydroblast will get taken. I am in a bit of trouble here. I didn't draw any counterspells, and their 4-drops, some of their 4-drops are really hard for me to beat. I do have an answer to Beetleback Chief with the Evan-Car's Justice that's coming up, but I don't have an answer to a Thorn, other than to just beat them through them drawing an extra card every turn. That's going to be really hard with Raven's Crime. Interesting they took Disfigure. That's a little surprising to me. I don't think that that is what you should take. But it is what it is. I should have probably just done this beforehand, but I shouldn't have taken that damage. Alright, so I got that out of the way. Let's go ahead and just play this out. So, oh, that was a close one. I had F6 or whatever, and if they were going to smash the Smithereens, my Pristine Talisman, I definitely wanted to Hydroblast that. Bolt I don't care about. So if they have exactly a Thorn here, could be in trouble. Chittering Rats is not a problem though. Yeah, I just want to draw this stuff, so I'll just put the land on top. Raven's Crime me. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Hydroblast. Gain a life. Alright, play our land. Kill that thing. So if he Raven's Crimes me again, I'll just Teachings for, I think twice. Put that in my graveyard. Duress also makes me want to Teachings for Think Twice, so that's what I'm going to do. Opponent has a lot of, or I could get a Brainstorm. That might be even better. So I can Brainstorm and then keep a land in my hand. Assuming I draw one. Yep. He's probably going to make me discard the land. I don't really care which one I have to discard, so Alright, that worked out pretty nicely. If he wants to Raven's Crime my land away, that's cool with me. So I can Teachings for Hydroblast and kill this Thermo Alchemist if I want. But I think I'm going to let it live for one turn. Chittering Rats is pretty annoying. I'm going to go ahead and think twice. I know I'm drawing a land, unfortunately. It'd be nice if I could draw a removal spell or... Alright. I think I'm going to put the pieces of the puzzle on top. I'm kind of expecting to get Raven's Crimed for my last card, so I'm going to leave the swamp in my hand. Nope, didn't happen, huh? Alright, let's go ahead and pieces of the puzzle. Got a Crypt Incursion, another pieces, and a Prohibit, and a Brainstorm. Let's go ahead and pieces plus Brainstorm. I don't think I need the Crypt Incursion to win. I just need to draw some cards, so just go ahead and do that. Pieces again. Alright, these are some pretty good cards. I think I will take the Innocent Blood, and I'll dump the Chainer's Edict in my graveyard. And then I'll take... The problem is, like, the Exclude's never going to get anything. Yeah, I'm going to put both Flashback spells in my graveyard. And then I'll go ahead and Innocent Blood right away. I don't know which one he should discard, or which one he should let die. So, not sure what my opponent has all in their hand. Again, I'm still kind of like dead to Thorn. So, I think I'll Brainstorm and see what I want to discard here. Yeah, so let's go ahead and put Exclude on top, and then Brainstorm on the very top, and then I'll discard this Boneyard. Alright. Let's flashback this Chainer's Edict. I'm going to go ahead and keep both these cards in my hand right now. It's worse against a rat, but it's better against this Raven's Crime. Okay, I think I'll just Brainstorm end of turn. I want to be mana efficient since I have to keep discarding my lands here. Alright, these are great cards. I don't really need the Hydroblast, I'd rather get the other two, so just do that. And I'll pass the turn. I know I don't have a land on top, so there's no reason to think twice. Alright, I will think twice now, because I'll just discard this Hydroblast. These are like better versions of Hydroblast, basically, for me at this point. Alright, Dismal Backwater. Yeah, let's get that in play. Alright, so we're looking pretty good this game. We haven't locked it up or anything. Okay, I'm going to discard the Exclude, I think. Or do I have enough? Yeah, I do have enough to still hold up counterspell, so let's go ahead and Teachings. I'm going to Teachings for Teachings and discard my Teachings. I'd like to keep this Exclude if possible. If Raven's Crimes me again, I'll just discard the Exclude, but I'm going to keep running out my lands. I will eventually get Whispers of the Muse, and that'll completely bury my opponent's Raven's Crime. Just won't do anything anymore. I don't know exactly what my opponent's sitting on here, but whatever it is, it's not great stuff. Pyroblast. I'm actually going to counter. I'm going to go ahead and grab another Teachings. Let's think twice right away, see what we get. Chainer's Edict, not amazing. I'm going to hold up enough mana so I can Teachings for stuff if I need it. So you're actually kind of getting a good a good lesson in why I don't really like Raven's Crime. This is like, I'm the deck it's supposed to be good against, right? And I'm completely burying it. Like I just don't care about this Raven's Crime at all. I just have so much more card advantage than my opponent that it doesn't really matter. And at the point now where I can just discard some of these removal spells, I just don't need them for anything. Alright. Think twice. Let's go ahead and Teachings. With this one I'm going to grab Counterspell. And then with my next one I'm going to grab the... I'm going to grab Whispers of the Muse, and that should pretty much end this game. Duress, might as well just counter it. Alright. It's a little annoying now if they have a Pyroblast, I can't do anything about it, but let's just grab this Whispers. They have 6 there, so I assume they don't have Counterspell. Let's just go ahead and cast this once right away. Could cast it a second time, but I still don't want them to resolve a Thorn. That'd be one of the only ways I could lose this game at this point. And if they want to counter this one, so be it. Alright. Yep, we are in a pretty commanding position here. Our opponent, I don't know, maybe they're going to try to time us out. It's kind of what they were trying to do last game, but it's just not going to work. I play too fast, you guys. It's Whispers. Alright, drew a Relic. At this point, you guys could probably stop watching. I'm not going to pause the video or anything, but I would be willing to guarantee that we win this game. There's just no combination of draws my opponent can get that will get him out of this. I'm going to start capsizing all his lands, and it's going to be all over. Tap lands first. My opponent F6'd, so I know that they don't have Pyroblast. Okay, I could just kill my opponent with damage here with Evankar's Justice, but I'm going to wait until I've capsized all of their lands. Just going to discard this figure here. Don't need the removal. Alright, Rager. Let's just let that resolve, actually. Sure. Alright, capsize. Capsize again. Let's get all the red sources. I guess I'll go ahead and disfigure this guy. Yep, I win the match. Cool. We are 3-0. Let's see if we can chase down that trophy. Hopefully we don't play against too many aggro decks. We keep playing against these dirtily black removal decks that are too slow for us. I'll see you guys next round.